Welcome to another Working Out with Aaron Briggs video. What do you have for us today, Aaron?
Oh, we've got a strength workout. Today we're going to be doing just 2 moves and maybe a core move. And so we're going to go ahead and get warmed up. If you'd like to join us with our kind of warm-ups, the reminder is that we do the moves that we're going to do for our exercises today as our warm-up. So this first one is what we call a step back lunge. And again, we're going to take the next 30, 40 seconds to do that. All you're doing here is literally taking a step backwards and then kind of dropping your knee down towards the ground. If you actually want to kneel on the ground, if your knees and hips allow you to do that, that totally works. That's exactly what we're trying to do. If your knee doesn't get to the ground, don't sweat it. It's totally fine. Again, you work at whatever range of motion feels best for you. Our second exercise is a row, and probably we found the easiest, simplest way to do this is what you see us doing right now. Sitting on the ground, looping a band or some elastic around our feet, and then just pulling our elbows backwards. Similar to being in a rowboat, kind of, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
good
analogy. Yeah.
But if you find a different way to do this, if you have, what we call a door anchor, and you can thread your band through that, and you want to sit or stand or kneel, you can do that too. If all you have is some dumbbells and you want to stand up and kind of row, that bent over row position that you've seen us do, you may do that as well. Again, the idea is do what works best for you. And then our last exercise is a core move. And remember, on strength days, the core moves are optional, always optional. You'll see us playing around with doing some core or maybe resting. And the core move that we're choosing to do today is a hollow body variation. These are hollow body holds, and you'll see us do some kind of different ways of doing that. So
it's like your favorite core move, isn't it?
Oh, it's such a great one. Yeah, you can just do it anywhere, and it teaches you all the right ways to hold your core muscles tight. Okay, so again, simple today. It's really just two basic moves, and then a core move if you want. The way that the timing is going to work is it's 45 seconds, just so my people that love to know what's coming. 45 seconds for each move, plus 30 seconds of rest or core, which means it's a 2-minute cycle, 2-minute circuit. We're going to go 4 rounds. Your total workout time is going to be 8 minutes. We're going to go in 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's begin. Go ahead and start those back step lunges. Now you'll see Maggie's going body weight. Awesome. Lunges for a lot of people is one of those things that you just rarely need extra help, right? It's like doing a push-up. The weight you're lifting is your body weight, and that oftentimes is enough. I've got my kettlebell, and I'm holding it what we call goblet style. Again, don't sweat that. If you've got a weight, a kettlebell, a backpack filled with books or water bottles, again, hold it wherever you want, and just make sure that you look and feel good, right? First round is always about looking and feeling good. 10 seconds.
Nice work, guys. Keep it moving. And again, don't do anything that's like harmful or hurting or anything like that. Just like Aaron said, make it feel good.
Switch to your rows. Exactly. Love the tip there.
Welcome to the first round.
Yeah. Okay. As soon as you're ready, again, get into that row position. We're choosing to sit today. You may stand, but whatever position you're choosing, go ahead and begin. And remember, the idea is you've got 45 seconds to get as many good rows in as you can. We don't include any transition time. That's built into that 45 seconds. So for some of you, it might take 10, 15 seconds to get down, and that's awesome. That's totally fine. Again, it's not like the 45 seconds is magical. It's just a little different time, right? It allows you to do a little bit different stuff here. Okay, you've got about 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. And here's where you can choose to rest or do your core. Now, I'll tell you my my favorite way to do this. On a strength day, I opt into the rest more often than not. Yeah. When I'm doing my own personal workouts, that's what I like to do. It. Like I said, it allows me to have a little bit of rest. It allows me to kind of get my mind ready for the next thing. Speaking of, you've got about 4 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, not to be in a hurry. Okay, we're starting round 2. You're going back to your lunges. And again, we're trying to step backwards. Now, a quick note about these lunges. If you've done a back step lunge, recently or in the past, and it doesn't feel good for you, oh my gosh, change it up. We've talked at length about how you can do different lunges. If you'd rather step forward, if you'd rather step to the side, or do what's called a curtsy lunge, you can do those. I have people all the time substitute squats for their lunges or step-ups. Again, do what works best for you. Always on that one. And now that we're in round 2, that reminder to dial it up a little bit, right? Our intention for round 2 is to make every exercise a little bit better. See if you can make every rep a little bit better. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your time to transition to your row and begin. And the guideline here is the same. Make it a little bit better. Every row should be a little tighter, a little stronger. Do what you need to do to feel a little more proud of this, right? Puff your chest out, elbows back. You're starting to get a feel for this might be exercise, right?
Oh, yeah. I was definitely feeling that during the lunges. And then on this one, I realized that I had to put my hands a little farther down on my band.
Yeah.
And that helped quite a bit. But I probably could have just sped up a little bit, too.
Sure, that's an option, too. Yep, you've got it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your option to rest or do core. Again, if you're doing core, potentially play around with that hollow body hold or a variation there. Or again, do any core exercise. If you like to do bridges, if you want to do crunches, you may do that. We keep this in here for people that like a little bit of active recovery, right? People that like to continue to move. But there's nothing wrong with just sitting and resting, kind of getting your mind and body right. 8 seconds. If you're thinking about it, go ahead and transition back up. We're going to get ready for round 3, 2, 1, begin. Back step lunges.
Nice job, guys.
Yeah, and I'm going to call out a little different form here. You'll see me holding it suitcase style. That's where I'm holding it down at my hip, like I'm literally holding a briefcase or a suitcase. And the idea there is it's just a different way to hold it. But 2, anytime you hold a weight on one side of your body, specifically out in from the middle, it makes your core work a little bit harder. You're having to work on balancing and not tipping over to that side. So I love this as a variation every once in a while. I think it's kind of fun to do. So at any rate, it's lots of different ways to do it. You've got about 10 more seconds. Keep going.
So you did it on one side this round, and then are you gonna switch for the next round?
I will, because I like to keep it a little even. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and switch to that row. But another note on that, if I happen to do it just one round, it wouldn't ruin
It'd be
me,
fine.
right? Yeah,
It's not like
you're
you
not
have
going
to
to get imbalanced.
put a check mark on that side, and then remember to do it the next week or anything.
Exactly,
or
do like
day.
exactly 10 reps on one side and then exactly 10 on the other. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. It's okay. All right, round 3, and your intention here is to make it feel like exercise, right? It for sure should feel like a strength workout. Your arms, your legs should be getting a little tired. You should be thinking to yourself, whew.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, this is dialed up. And again, I like to say there's easy ways to do this. Your exercises can feel easy, they can feel medium, or they can feel challenging. And they should for sure feel medium to challenging right now. 3, 2, 1. You've got your rest or core. Y'all have done 3 rounds so far.
Yeah, you guys are doing great.
It goes fast. It goes really quick. And I know some of these can sometimes feel short. That's oftentimes almost like a speed bump for people. Seriously, you can get strong in just 6 minutes, 8 minutes, and the answer is absolutely yes, you can. Most people overdo their strength, especially at the beginning. 4, 3, 2, 1, begin. Last round. Back step lunges. Again, any style that you want to. If you're going body weight, keep rocking it. If you're holding a weight, find that position that feels best for you and keep going. Our intention for round 4 is to finish well. You took those first few rounds, you kind of dialed in your form, you made it look and feel good. Round 3 was about making it feel like exercise. Now just maintain and rock it all the way home. You've got 20 seconds to go.
Yeah, and Aaron, something you've told me is that you really design these workouts for everyone.
Everyone.
Whether it's somebody who is pretty serious about, building some muscle or somebody who's just starting out.
Yeah.
These movements can be done by
4,
everybody.
3, 2, 1, exactly.
And then there's little things that people can do depending on what their goals are.
Exactly.
Which you are an expert at, all of those little nuances. Yeah. But I think that's what's so awesome about these workouts.
Go ahead and row.
Sorry if I didn't tell you guys we're doing rows.
No, it's a good point.
But I just think it's so great because really anybody can do these, and even if you're just starting out or if you've been doing these for years now, these workouts are for you.
Absolutely. Yeah. And there's a point here that I'll talk about in just a second. I want you to wrap up here. You've got about 10 more seconds. Finish strong. You've done an amazing job. 4, 3, 2, 1, and you may rest or transition into core. This is the last thing that you're doing before our big stretch. No,
Nice
Mag,
job,
it's
guys.
a great question. So every year I poll all of my people, my clients, and I ask kind of what their goal is, what their big ambition is. And for the last 2 or 3 years, the kind of overwhelming theme that I hear from the majority of my people is that they just want to look and feel better.
Yeah.
In the past, they've said things like lose weight or be stronger, and really it's moving into I want to look good, I want to feel
overall
good.
theme is look and feel
look
good.
and feel good. And so that's what these workouts are about. Is they're designed not, you're not going to get really muscular from doing these.
Right.
So if
You're not going to look like a bodybuilder or be able to go to a fitness show challenge.
No,
whatever
that
those are
isn't
called.
what this is for.
Right.
And by the way, remember, we're getting into our stretches. This week, our stretch is to help with your hip and knee flexibility. And so one of the ones we're doing is called our kneeling lunge. We're going to spend a minute on each side. The first 30 seconds is just kind of getting into that. And now you'll see us gently push forward and then rock back for that dynamic part. So keep rolling here. But yeah, to continue that point, the way these workouts work is that they get you moving. And the more that you move, and the fact that you're using a little bit of resistance and we're putting a little cardio in there, those are the puzzle pieces that help people look and feel good.
Right.
The look good part gets you, your muscles get toned, you get a little stronger. And a big part of when people say looking good, they do mean dropping weight. And we'll cover those with our food skills that are coming up very, very quickly on your Sunday
great,
setups
Aaron,
and
that's
things
great.
like that. Go ahead and switch sides on your stretch if you haven't. And the feel good part is, again, the research shows the more that people tend to work out, and especially daily, the better they feel. From a mental standpoint, right? I mean, it just gets some of those hormones and chemicals working that make you feel better.
Yeah.
And probably more importantly, is just that kind of oiling up of the joints, right? Like the more that we move, the easier it tends to feel, and the better we tend to feel overall. So
yeah, the easier it is to do things that we need to do every day, and if we want to play with our kids or play with the grandkids. Yeah. And I've heard you say too, Aaron, that a lot of people can overdo like the exertion portion of working out. So when you say the more people can move, the better, is that more moderate or more like they don't have to be like exhausted while they're moving, right? No. Is that kind of what you're saying? Yeah, we
keep it reasonable. Again, the same thing that I've said in your workouts here. It should feel moderate to challenging. Okay. But yeah, if you're feeling wiped out or maxed,
right?
Yeah, we want to stay away from that.
Yeah, because that can have the opposite effect. Yeah. Right? Yeah.
Good discussion point. Okay, bringing it back to our final stretch here. Remember the kind of check-in stretch that we're doing is called that supine knee hold. So you're, again, laying on your back and just hugging one or both knees to your chest. And not only is this a stretch, it's also just kind of a daily check-in for you to pay attention to how your hip and knee feels in this kind of flexible position. So keep rolling with it. We love that you guys are here. It's, again, fantastic to work out with you, and we're really proud of you for showing up.
Yeah, and I will make sure to link to, since this workout was 8 minutes, and Aaron was just talking about working out or moving for about his kind of good rule of thumb is about 25 minutes a day, shooting for about 150 minutes a week. Since this workout is 8 minutes, I will link to some other cardio workouts that we've done so that you can click on those right away if you want to, or come back later in the day, or if you plan on going for a walk or a bike ride or something that's intentional movement for about, what would that be, Aaron?
17 more minutes.
17 more minutes. Thank you, Mr.
As a minimum.
As a minimum.
Yeah, you can always go more.
Obviously you can always go more. I will link to those videos, and as always, please let us know what we can help you with, and we are just happy to be here with you guys. Make it a great day.